Do you really dislike Tito Ortiz?
I'm not a big fan of his, no.
Because it really comes across.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's.
What page, Jimmy? I want to enjoy
it's
this.
on page 179. It's the opening line, and this is where Chuck kind of veils the fact that he's not crazy about Tito. But I read through it. I'm not sure why Tito is afraid to fight me, but wouldn't hesitate to fight Randy. Maybe he felt he had to fight, or else he'd be even more of a joke as champ than he already was. That's kind of insightful to the fact that you're not really looking at him as a legitimate champion. And you're not like really like a crap talker. What is it about him that just?
Well, you know, he makes a living off running his mouth, and then if you're running your mouth and you're fighting anybody, they'll throw at you. Fine. If you're running your mouth and picking and choosing fights, I don't like it. I don't care. I don't care about a guy that runs his mouth. So if you're willing to fight anybody they put in front of you, go ahead, run your mouth. If you back it up, go right ahead.
You're flying first now, if I would hope so.
Yes.
You're flying first class.
Yes.
The people who don't know who you are, like older people, look at you like maybe if you sit down next to them and go, who is this person? He's got a tattoo on his skull.
You know, I've actually seen that sometimes. I feel like, especially a couple years back. I've been going flying first class for a couple years now. But a couple years back, before everybody, now at least they can go, hey, who's that? Someone will be able to answer.
Right.
You know, a couple years ago, they might not. I don't know. Why is he sitting up here with us in his?
Imagine some poor, dumb hijacker gets on the plane and goes, "Oh my God, I picked the plane with Chuck Liddell."
What happened to Mirko Krokop? We thought was going to just run through and beat everybody, and then he wound up getting beaten badly, and then he lost again.
Well, that happened to a lot of the guys that came in from Pride. I mean, I think it's because they're fighting the guys from Pride and they weren't fighting the guys from UFC.
Were they overconfident, you think?
I don't know if it's overconfident. I mean, I'm getting tired of hearing the fact that it's the difference between the cage and the ring. That's killing me. I mean, when the guy's a striker and he gets kicked in the head, and they're blaming it on being a cage instead of a ring. He's fighting a guy, and it's if it was in a cage, but if it was in a ring, I mean, when Forrest beat Shogun, I mean, if it was in a ring, what's that got to do? How's that make that big a difference?
Who do you think they get you fighting next? I mean, are you gonna fight Jackson for the belt again? Is that
that's what I'm waiting. I'm trying to get. Well, he's fighting Forrest. If he beats Forrest, then hopefully by December I'll fight him for the title. But I'm gonna fight somebody probably in June or July.
You're gonna fight somebody else before. You should fight a lot.
Well, I try to. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not getting any younger either. I'm trying to get as many fights as I can before my body decides to quit on me.
What do you want to do after this? I mean, there's guys. I mean, obviously you don't know, but I mean, like, do you want to manage young fighters, or do you want to get out of the fight game, or just do films, or just bang chicks, or?
Well, all the above. Is that all right? Start in backwards order.